Bodybuilding legend Labrada reveals if higher reps is best strategy to optimize muscular hypertrophy. Labrada broke down if higher reps during resistance training leads to the most muscle growth and strength gains. Bodybuilding legend Labrada may be retired, but that hasn't stopped him from pushing the pace in retirement. In a recent YouTube video shared on January 30, 2025, Labrada discussed if performing higher reps during resistance training will help you achieve a more muscular and defined look. Having made a name for himself in bodybuilding throughout the 1980s and early 90s, Labrada's name still carries a ton of weight today. While he never laid claim to a Mr. Olympia title, he built an undeniable legacy, often going up against athletes who outsized him. Nevertheless, Labrada's graceful posing routines and attention to detail guided him to several pro show victories. And though he has stepped away from competing for years, his son, Hunter Labrada, has successfully followed in his footsteps. Labrada is known for his impressive longevity and still makes it a point to train regularly with intensity. His fitness journey has led him to offer advice to those looking to improve their physiques, regardless of if they plan to enter the sport of bodybuilding. Retired bodybuilder Labrada reveals if higher reps during resistance training leads to a more muscular and defined look. In a recent YouTube video, Labrada discussed whether higher repetitions during weight training will make you look more muscular and defined. He underlined that science-based literature suggests that 8 to 12 repetitions using 60 to 80% of your 1-rep max is the most optimal solution for muscular hypertrophy. Should you perform higher repetitions during your weight training if you want to look more muscular and defined? Let's look at the science. According to the National Institution, using moderate repetitions with moderate loads, which is to say from 8 to 12 repetitions per set, using 60 to 80% of your 1-rep max, optimizes muscular hypertrophy. An 8 to 12 rep scheme is ideal for muscle growth, but Labrada said it's still important to try different ranges. Training with weight or resistance that allows you to fail at 8 to 12 reps is the way to go if you want to build muscle. Now, there's absolutely nothing wrong with experimenting with different repetition ranges. He believes with intensity, rep ranges like 5 to 6, 8 to 10, or 12 to 15 can help shock the muscles into growth. For example, 5 to 6 reps per set or 8 to 10 reps per set or even 12 to 15 reps per set, all of these rep ranges can help to shock the muscles into new growth and strength gains. However, his general rule is sticking to 8 to 12 repetitions for consistent gains over time. As a general rule, the 8 to 12 rep range is solid for consistent gains, and lean muscle make your muscles look more defined? Labrada says no. Instead, he shared that focusing on weight training and diet to burn off fat will achieve that effect. Higher repetitions for making your muscles look more cut, I'm afraid that's just not going to happen. Muscles do not become more defined or more muscular looking based on the number of reps that you do on any given set. If you want to make your muscles look more cut, you must first develop them with weight training and then diet to burn off the fat that is covering the muscles and hiding their definition. By dieting, you can reduce body fat, which will lead to seeing muscle tone more clearly. Getting cut and ripped comes down to reducing body fat levels by dieting so that you get lean enough so that you can see your muscles very clearly, he adds. Above all else, Labrada advocates for consistent gym training, rest, and proper nutrition if you aim to look more muscular and defined. Remember that over time, if you're doing the work in the gym and you're following a healthy lifestyle that includes good nutrition and rest and you're disciplined enough to make those things a habit and do them consistently, you will build muscle and burn fat. Labrada continues to give back to fans in retirement. He recently joined fellow bodybuilding veteran Sean Ray for an old-school upper body workout. While training alongside Sugar, Labrada shared trade secrets on how to craft effective posing routines. The sport of bodybuilding runs through Labrada's DNA, making him more than qualified to offer advice to individuals of all fitness levels. If you aim to look muscular and defined, he stands by intense resistance training married with proper dieting.